How is the vibe of your team this morning after that win?
Vibe is good. I think it's the same as it's been over the last number of weeks for our team. They've done a really good job of shifting after a good game, bad game, whatever it may be, and getting themselves ready for the next one. So that's what I'm seeing from the group this morning.
Mackenzie mentioned that he thought you guys were maybe a little too defensive or hesitant last night. Did you see that as well? Something you would have changed tonight?
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I think it's a little bit more of the pace that Colorado plays at. And when you don't see that pace, or when they're on top of you as quick as you are, the execution becomes a bit of a challenge. So I don't think it's about being too defensive. I think it was just us getting ready and used to that pace. We're in the third period again. I thought we got better because we were able to handle it a little better than we did in the first two periods. Tonight's going to be very similar for us. We look at Utah as a very similar team, just a little bit younger, if you want to look at them that way. So we have to be really good with our checking details and our habits, and I think we have to make sure we're competitive right from the drop of the puck.
What has Rooney brought to that fourth line?
He's one of the older statesmen on our team, and I think Kevin approaches every day the same way. He's always a positive guy, very much like Ryan is, and I think he takes a lot of pride in how that line performs. I think he looks upon himself as a driver of that line. So those three guys last night, I think, elevated their game for us. Big challenge for all three of them today is to do the same thing. Yesterday's in the past, and they have to make sure that today is their new focus, and they're going to bring that same type of intensity and energy they had last night.
What made the fourth line so effective last night?
I thought the pace that they played at, like they can all skate, and against teams that are quick, like Colorado, like Utah, they are probably our fastest line when you put all three guys together. And I think because of that pace and speed and the detail that they played with, they were our most effective line as the night went on.
The belief that your team has, where did that come from? Did it start in game one? Did it build from there?
I think it was before that. I mean, for the start of it, in the summertime when I talked to a lot of the older players, I think they knew at the time people were kind of writing them off. And I didn't get that sense from them at all that they were buying into it or believing any part of that. They thought we were a much better team than people were giving us credit for. And I think once our season got started and we got a few wins under our belt, I think it just solidified the way they thought of each other and how our team could play.
How important has that buy-in been? Because last year with all the pending UFAs, it didn't feel like there was the same level of buy-in. So how much of a difference has that been for you this season?
Fairly significant. I mean, these guys are committed to being good members of the Calgary Flames team. And I think that goes a long way. They enjoy being around. I think they feel like they have a responsibility to help drive this team forward. And it's mainly the 6 or 7 guys I talk about a lot, but I do sense that they feel like they have responsibility to drive the team. And they've done that right from day one.
You guys have been a really good road team in the back half of the season. What's helped you be so successful outside of the Saddledome?
Sometimes it works that way. There was games at the beginning of the year that we liked how we played. We just weren't getting results, and we got ourselves kind of underwater up with our road record early on, where it wasn't very good at all. Our home record was really good, and it has kind of flipped the second part of the year. You have to find a way to get points on the road, and I think the effort and compete, and if you keep your game simple, you give yourself a chance to win, and I think we've done a better job of that the second half.
Thinking back to that game against the Maple Leafs in the last road trip where you went 0 for 3 on the penalty kill, you talked about the importance of discipline. Are you happy with how your team's been disciplined since then?
Yeah, way better. I mean, 2 last night, 1 the night before. You give yourself a chance to win, because every team's power play right now is good. No matter what situation you're sitting in or what type of offensive weapons you have, this is the time of year when power plays believe they can be a difference maker in a team winning or losing. So if you're giving them too many opportunities, you're not giving yourself a chance to win, and I think we've been much better that way.
Same lineup tonight, outside of the goalie?
Looking that way, yeah.